function, what we are doing is we are directly reading each and every line of our input.txt file, that is the card reader. And here what we are doing is we are skipping the empty lines. If the empty line is encountered, and before this you should check this, we are storing the line into a buffer, right? We are storing the line into a buffer by converting a string into character array, because the character array can be easily accessed through indexes, right? We cannot access our string through indexes. We have to call caret function, but for indexing we are converting it to character array. We can skip the empty lines, but if the line is not empty, what are the possibilities that we have? The possibilities are, my line starts with $AMJ. If this is so, it indicates two things. First is a new job has arrived, and second thing is a program card is detected. So if a program card is detected, our work is to initialize all the registers and memory locations, right? So init function would be called, and rest of the code will not be executed, because here continue keyword has been used. If we are calling continue in our code, it means that if my this if block is getting called and it has continue, then even if this if else block is getting completed, the rest of the part which is out of the if else block will not be executed for this iteration, right? So let's see what is in the init function which is getting called when program card is detected. So here you can see that in init function we have initialized the memory used to 0, memory to null, memory to new character 104. That is the total memory that we have. We know that we have memory of 10 by 10, that is 100, and that too of 4 byte each. So by that we can say data card skip is also set to 0, toggle is also set to 0, and IC, that is instruction counter, is set to 0. So work of program card is to initialize all the required resources, that are variables and memory locations, that are registers and memory locations, to their base value, that is 0. Okay, great. Now we know that once my data card is my program card is been detected, the next thing is, the next possibility is, if my program card is not detected, maybe my data card can be detected. How is data card getting detected here? DTA, right? Always remember that these instructions are the part of control card, but they indicate that the card that is going to be encountered is program card if there is $AMJ. It would be data card if there is $DTA, and it would end if there is $end. So once the data card is detected, in that case we are going to turn flag to 2, and we are going to call execute function. So let's see what's there in execute function. In execute function we are going to run a loop where 1 is less than 2 is considered as the true condition. It would infinitely run. If IC equal to 100, it means that if I have reached to the end of the memory locations, that is instruction counter has reached to 100, then we have to break. We cannot do anything. If it is not that case, then instruction register which has the instructions would be used to store the memory locations, right? IC0 instruction counter points to the instruction, and we are accessing the memory location using the instruction counter and the 4 indexes that we are provided with. And using that, what we are doing is we are storing this value to IR0, IR1, IR2, IR3, right? Now we can increment the instruction counter, so it would be pointing to the next memory location, right? What does instruction counter do? Instruction counter points towards the particular instruction that is to be executed, and once I stored it into register, instruction register would have the values, so I'm going to increment the instruction counter. Now let's see, if IR0 is LR, if IR0 and 1 is LR, if IR0 and 1 is SR, CR, BT, GD, PDH. So let it be any.